name is Kevin Fernandez and welcome to my channel, Gamers Genie. Today, we're going to learn how to play the shadowy Disney game, Disney Shadowed Kingdom. This two-player game designed by Darth Rimmer and published by Mondo Games. A great darkness has flooded over the kingdom. It is up to you and one other hero to try to drive out the darkness and bring the light back. Will you be able to collect enough wishes to bring the light back to the kingdom? Or will it fall deeper into darkness? Find out as we go to the table and learn how to play Shadowed Kingdom. Players take their places across the table from each other. Place the shadow/magic tracker within reach of both players. And set the markers of the respective tracks to 0. Set the wish card face up within reach of both players. Remove the doubt card from the game. Shuffle the deck, and I'll activate my Genie magic now. So, as well as the 6 character card deck. And assign 1 to each player. Or if you want to, you can also just assign it without the randomization. Then you just take the remaining cards and deal each person a deck of 10. There we go. Each player claims a deck to use as their draw pile, keeping them face down on the table. Each player draws the top 2 cards of the deck. We look at them without revealing them to the other player and place them face down side by side. Okay, like so. In the center of the play area, closest to them, creating a 2 by 2 square grid called the Kingdom Grid. Decide who will be player number 1 and who will be player number 2. Player number 1 draws 2 cards. And then player number 2... Oh, and player number 1 gets to look at those 2 cards, by the way. Player number 2 draws 1 card from their draw pile into their hand and looks at it. Each player gets a reference card to look at, and these are double-sided reference cards, so if you want to see how that works, you can look at both sides. And that completes the setup. Gameplay begins with player 1 selecting one of their in-hand cards and adding it to the Kingdom Grid face down without revealing it. How they choose to add to the Kingdom Grid determines which card their partner must reveal and play. There are 2 ways to add a card to the Kingdom Grid. You must pick one. You can push a card toward your partner to be discovered, or push a card left or right of the Kingdom Grid for your partner to dispel. So, I'm going to have to move this. I can take this card and I can push these, so then Jordan would have to reveal this card because she discovered it. And then the spelling works almost the same way. So place a card, move it here. This card would be removed from the game. Or if I move this way, this card would be removed from the game. And I'll explain a little more how that works later. Little note though, hands must remain secret from the other player throughout the course of the game unless otherwise instructed. Without revealing it, place the card that has been in your hand the longest face down at the bottom of either Kingdom Grid's columns closest to you. Push that card into the column towards your partner while simultaneously pushing 2 cards already in the game grid in the same direction. Your partner must immediately flip over the card, as I showed, that pushed out the Kingdom Grid column toward them. This card is now in play, and your partner must read the text aloud and take the action. After you complete the action, your partner takes the played card into their hand. A little note, you are not allowed to push a card to yourself. So Jordan would read this, push a card toward your partner to be discovered this turn. So then she would do it, she'd take a card, this would be the longest one in her hand, so that pushes this one comes towards me, I flip it over, I have to randomize the card's kingdom grid. So for now we'll just do that. I would do a lot more elaborate. And then it would go in my hand. Without revealing it, place the card that has been in your hand the longest face down at the edge of either of the two rows, either side of the kingdom grid. This is to dispel. That first one was to discover. This one is to dispel. So put it here, push it out. It could go to the left or to the right while simultaneously pushing two cards already in the kingdom grid in the same direction. Your partner must immediately flip over the card that was immediately pushed out of the kingdom grid row to the side and place it face up to the top of their discard pile without taking the action on the card. Your partner then must draw the top of their draw pile. This card is now in play, and your partner must reveal and read the text out loud. So I get to increase the magic meter by 1. Shuffle your hand and discard pile into your deck and draw 2 cards. So there we go. All right. After completing the action, your partner takes the played card into their hand. A little note, dispelled cards go to the discard pile without taking effect. Whenever your draw pile is exhausted, immediately shuffle your discard into a new draw pile. Gameplay then repeats with your partner adding the card that has been in their hand the longest to the kingdom grid, prompting you to discover or dispelling a card. Continue taking turns until either shadow or magic reaches the maximum level. A hero's special ability is activated when the corresponding location is discovered by the player whom the hero is assigned. The hero action may be completed in addition to the action printed on the location card. So Donald's is the Night Vault, which is this card right here. So if this was discovered by me, then Donald's ability would be able to activate. Pete's is when you discover the Golden Touch Cafe, which of course will be in either me or Jordan's deck. It's in Jordan's deck, so when this would be discovered, Jordan's character would activate his ability, and which is reveal 1 card in the kingdom grid to both players. So 1 card in this grid to both players. Players may choose not to use their hero ability if they prefer not to. When a shadow card or magic card is discovered, move the corresponding token 1 space along the track. The tracker cannot be reduced to below 0. At any single point in the game, either player may choose to play a shared wish card to cancel the effects of a discovered card. To do so, announce that you are using the wish card, cancel the effects of the discovered card, and then randomize the cards in the kingdom grid. Once the wish has been used, place the card back in the box. It is now removed from the game, not to be used again. If the magic tracker reaches the max of shadow before the magic tracker does, you and your partner have been overtaken by shadow and have failed to help wish to restore the kingdom. However, if magic makes it to the top before shadow, then you have restored the kingdom and successfully won the day. Huzzah! That's all you need to know to play Disney Shadow Kingdom. If you have any questions about this game, please put them in the comments below and I'll get to them as soon as I possibly can. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to be notified for videos just like this. And if you're a big fan of the channel as a whole, consider becoming a Patreon supporter on our Patreon page. You can support us for as little as $1 a month, where you can unlock early access to how to play videos just like this one. and as well as other stuff. I would like to thank our current Patreon supporters. Your donations mean a lot to this channel. And if you're watching this on our Patreon page, thank you very much. We welcome you to the group. Be on the lookout for upcoming gameplay video on Disney's Shadowed Kingdom. But until then, thanks for the views.